Hello all, I'm Colette and welcome to my channel Witchways. I want to share with you today some of my thoughts and experiences with initiations, especially self-initiations. I'm going to share some pros, some cons, and a simple template that you can use if you choose to and it feels right for you. I'd love it if you put in the comments if you have any experience with initiations or have ever thought about doing it. I hope you enjoy. There's a lot of talk about what makes a real witch, and first I want to say that you absolutely do not need to do any kind of initiation to be a real witch. I have had a few different types of initiations myself. I've shared some, and I've also worked in styles of magic that did not include initiations, and all those styles of magic were powerful and wonderful and helped me in many ways. You just need to decide if initiation is something that would be helpful to you. I was taught that your first initiation should always be a self-initiation, but I know lots of practices that do not believe that to be true. An initiation can be something that you do for yourself or you do with others to start yourself out on your path, or it can be something that you do after a lot of work and exploration to deepen your practice. Basically, an initiation is a ceremony. It's a promise or formal declaration of intention to pursue a magical path. It can also be a promise or an acknowledgement of the work that you've done and a dedication to going deeper into your work. You can make that promise to yourself, your deities, your spirit folk, or to your ancestors. An initiation can be quick and simple or long and elaborate, whatever style you like. I used to hear that the first self-initiation could be as simple or easy as saying, I'm a witch, I'm a witch, I'm a witch, and using that power of 3 to dedicate yourself to your path. It's usually something that you do because you have a genuine desire to go deeper into the spirit world or deeper into a particular style of magic. There are also initiations that are done for you, and I'm always going to be extremely grateful to the people who did that for me. Usually these are done to bring you into a specific magical working group or to bring you into a particular style or tradition of magic. And many practices are actually closed unless you've been initiated. I personally do not see that as gatekeeping. I see it more as protecting a specific cultural practice or making sure that you have the experience and power necessary to go deeper into the spirit world without endangering yourself. If you are self-initiating, I would not initiate yourself into a closed practice just on your own. It seems like that would probably just really irritate the spirit world, and that seems like a really bad idea to me. I think the first step is to check in with yourself and feel if this is something that is a strong desire for you. If you get a yes, I would check in a couple more times until you get 3 yeses before you proceed. You could also do a reading for yourself or have someone else do a reading for you. For your reading, pick the questions that seem relevant to you, but personally, I would ask some questions like, is this a good idea at this time? What is the overview of how this will impact me? Is there anything that I need to know about this process? I think that for a lot of people, initiation helps them stay more focused. It sometimes helps people be more confident in their practice, and it can also help draw the spirit world closer to you. You may or may not find that certain skills or intuitive senses are enhanced by an initiation of some sort. Some people feel that the goal of witchcraft is to know yourself better or on a more deeper level, and sometimes initiation can help with that. If you've been looking for more information or a teacher and you've been feeling blocked, sometimes initiation will open that path up for you. Initiation Initiation doesn't usually offer a big moment of enlightenment if that's what you're searching for. You still have to do the work of learning and practicing. If you're a beginner and you create an initiation that's very specific to a particular path, it might keep you from exploring and growing in your craft. Sometimes initiation starts to show you more of yourself and who you are. And that can be great, or that can be really stressful if you're already maxed out in life, or if you're not in an emotionally stable place. It can also bring the spirit world closer. I know I said that was a benefit, but do you really want the spirit world to come closer to you? This is a very simple plan with a few options to personalize it or make it more complex if you want. Feel free to shift it or change it to make it more personal to you. When you write your declaration of intent, it can be something super simple, like what I mentioned before of I'm a witch, I'm a witch, I'm a witch. Or it can be something a little more complex, like I am choosing to acknowledge myself as a witch to go deeper into my magic. Or you can make something really long and elaborate if that is something that you like to do. Once you've written your intention, you can start to gather some objects for an altar, and these should be things that are personal or meaningful to you magically. They can be also things like seasonal greens, flowers, plants, natural objects like sticks, bark, stones, bones, gems. It can be a journal, representations of beings or elements that you work with, or any magical tools that you like to use. Anything that you want to be there can be on that altar. Totally use your own judgment, but I feel like new moon, full moon, or dark moon, as well as any of the holidays of the Wheel of the Year, are really good days to do this kind of magic. When you feel ready to start your process, take a ritual shower or bath, holding the idea in your mind that you are clearing away anything that you don't want to carry with you into this process. If you want, you can add scrubbing salts to help yourself release, or purifying herbs in the bath if you want. You can also clear the room in whatever way you usually do that. Because initiation is a transformative experience, I like to use fire, and so typically I would burn rosemary, blue vervain with just a little bit of mugwort in it for some enhanced intuition. For something like this, I would also cast a circle, but that is up to you whether or not you want to do that. Personally, I would. If you are a beginner and don't know how to cast a circle, I do have a video on that, and I'll link that in the description. You can call in any beings that you work with if you choose to, but that's really optional. If you do choose to call them in, their job in the ritual would be to witness the work that you do and to continue to offer you insights as you move along your path. You can also call in the elements. Again, their job would be to witness the work that you do, but they also might help you make your magic more real and take it out into the mundane world. If you want, you can play some soft music throughout the process. Once all the beings are in, then you should make an offering, even if you don't call in any beings. And that can be water, cordial, spirits, whatever you choose. And if there is some other type of offering that you are used to giving, I would do that. And then light a candle. Burn any incense that feels right to you and that you like. Personally, I would use my devotional blend, which is equal parts cinnamon, ginger, and turmeric. But really, any incense or herb that you use for burning and that you enjoy is perfect. Then you can read your intention. Maybe you want to turn in a circle as you read it. If it's short, you might want to repeat it 4 times, reading it once in each of the 4 directions. Then when you've read it, you can use your hands or imagine sending that intention off to the sky, down into the earth, or wherever you feel like it needs to go. Make another offering, touch the floor or the ground to release any energy that you don't need, and then sit quietly and just let the energy settle in your body. And when the candle has burned all the way out, or when you feel done, just snuff the candle and then take your offerings outside and pour them out on the earth. Thank any spirits that you've called into your circle and imagine the circle dissolving and fading away. Then sit quietly for a while and let yourself rest and maybe have a little food. You can journal about your experiences, but I wouldn't try to analyze it. Instead, I would just let the experience settle and integrate into you and your practice. Just see what comes to you about it over time. If you feel like it would be helpful, maybe pull an oracle card once a week and see what that says to you. Think of it maybe as a helper card to embody some particular aspect of next steps of your magical practice, but that's totally optional. Over the next few months, you can continue to write down any magical impressions you have about the process, or anything new that comes to you, or anything that feels different. Sometimes magic shows up when you least expect it. And I'm excited to be running a promotion for my Patreon channel over the next couple months. If you sign up for the $5 tier, you get access to the May and June workshops, which are normally available in the $10 tier. If you sign up for the $10 tier, you get access to the magical calendar of days, which is an extended monthly calendar of magic you can do on several of the days during the month. And that's normally only available in the upper tiers. And I'll put the link for that in the description. I really appreciate all of you who watch, like, and subscribe so much. Thank you all. Stay safe and be well.